Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let us proceed with Chapter 4, Organizing the Business Enterprise.
Let's talk about departmentalization. After jobs are specialized, manager will group them logically into units or departments. Here, control and coordination are narrowed and made easier. Therefore, it is easier for the top management to see how various units are performing, as each of these departments are treated as profit center. So what does it mean by profit center? Profit center is where each department is a separate unit and they are responsible for their own cost and profit. Let me give you an example of Top Glove. It is a company with 700 production lights, many, huh? And among the products that they have manufactured and export are surgical gloves, household gloves, industrial gloves, high-risk gloves, what else? Food handling gloves, exercise band, and many more products. And these 700 production lines might be separate into different department. For example, let's say a department on gloves, surgical, industrial, high-risk glove will be in one separate unit. So this unit, this surgical, industrial, and high-risk glove, they will be responsible for their own costs and profit. So they will be competing with each departments for the profits. All right, and then that's why departmentalization is actually the process of determining how people performing certain tasks can best be grouped together. Okay, so that is the meaning of departmentalization. And there are 6 different forms of departmentalization, which are product, process, functional, customer, geographic, and multiple forms of departmentalization. But this topic will be discussed later in other slides together with establishment of a decision-making hierarchy. The first forms of departmentalization is departmentalization by products. It means that departments in the organization can be made according to the products they produced. Okay. Tasks can be grouped according to the specific products by placing all activities related to a product under one manager. So these managers, they are the specialists and they are responsible for everything related to the product line. Due to this, it increases the accountability for product performance because they are focusing on each of the product. For example, in P&G, Procter & Gamble, they manufacture many products. Among the products are skincare, the personal care, baby care, oral care, fabric care, hair care, the home care. Among the skin and personal care, they have Olay, they have Gillette, Safeguard. Alright, baby care, they have Pampers. Oral care, they have Oral-B, Crest. Fabric care, Downy. Okay, they have Head and Shoulders, Herbal Essences, and Pantene as hair care. For Febreze and Be Pure, Mr. Clean as home care. Okay, so they have manufactured many products. So these products will be departmentalized under products department. Okay, so each of these department will be managed by one manager. All right, another example is from Nestle. They have what we call it as a confectionery department. They have ice cream department, breakfast cereals. All right, so for confectionery, they have Kit Kat, Milo, Crunch, Waffle. Okay, for ice cream, they have Nestle, they have Mud Cool, they have Milo. For breakfast cereals, they have few like Cornflakes, Fitness, Cocoa Crunch, Hanisa, Milo, and many more. So that is what we call as product departmentalization. Second forms of departmentalization is departmentalization by process. It is where the organization is divided according to the production processes used to create goods or services. It actually allows homogeneous or of the same kind of activities to be categorized in which each process requires different skills of the employees and different equipments to be used. For example, when we go to the hospital for, let's say, surgery, first we'll go to the reception for admitting processes. Then what? Then we will undergo a procedure in surgery. Next, we will receive the operative care, and then we'll get discharged. This process of surgery is divided into different departments based on the processes. All right. I might give you another example of, let's say, insurance company. There will be different processes involved in insurance company. Some of the department might receive claims from customer. Some might review coverage of customer based on the plan of the insurance policy, and some may issue payment to the service provider, let's say the hospitals. Okay, so here in the slides itself, they give you an example of Ayam Brand. Some department will process soy sauce. So soy sauce and tomato sauce will have different processes involved, different maybe the equipment involved, different skills involved, chili sauce, sardines, etc. Yeah, so that's about the process departmentalization. This is easy, you know it. It is the most common way of departmentalization, functional departmentalization. It is grouping activities by functions performed. The function here means the nature of the business. For example, normal functional departmentalization would include departments for productions, for marketing, human resource department, accounting, and so on and so forth. These departments may be further subdivided. For example, here we have human resource department. It may be further subdivided into recruiting, training and development, compensations and benefits, health and safety, and employee and labor relations. As for marketing and sales department, it might be further subdivided into market research, advertising, sales and promotion. In many services and manufacturing company, especially smaller one, just getting started, they use functional departmentalization, but it can be practiced in all types of organization. The other forms of departmentalization is customer departmentalization. It is grouping activities on the basis of common customers or types of customers likely to buy a given product. It shows that the organization's activities are ready to respond to and interact with specific customers. The assumption is that the customers of each department have common problems or need, which is fulfilled by the department. And this customer departmentalization gives customer feeling that they have an understanding supplier. Okay? So these departments are under the supervision of the specialist, in this case the managers and staff who meet the problems and needs of the customer. Let me give an example of a department store, which is Aeon. So the sales activities in Aeon department store are broken down into different departments. Okay, so it is based on the customer departmentalization. For example, they have men's department, they have women's department, they have kids department, electrical appliances department, travel and luggage department, and many more. The example that I can give you is the banks. Banks also uh, uh, use the customer departmentalization, yeah, to fulfill the needs of the customer. They have conventional banking, Islamic banking, corporate banking, agricultural banking, real estate and mortgage loans, and many more. Next types of departmentalization is geographic. The idea, as the name implies, is to group the activities of the basis of territory, of the basis of area of the country or world where the product is being supplied to. A company might have a domestic department at least and a foreign department to communicate with local interests. For example, I give you an example of IKEA. Everyone knows its originated country. It is Sweden, and they have many stores around the world, including Malaysia. Yeah, we have it in Malaysia, Canada, UK, USA, Indonesia, India, Singapore, Philippines, Japan, and many more. As for in Malaysia, we have four stores in different provinces. We have it in Selangor, we have it in Kuala Lumpur, Johor Bahru, and Penang. And so that is what we call as geographic departmentalization. The last types of departmentalization is multiple forms of departmentalization. In many organizations, a combination of these forms is used, especially when the firm grow in size. Let us see figure 6.2, in which it illustrated the company that use the functional departmentalization at the top level, geographic departmentalization at the middle level, and at the lower level they are using the product departmentalization.